Tonight on Private Investigators, off to the big city for a naughty weekend. But Julia's on his trail.
He's been spotted around this area by other people when he's come up to Auckland.
Inner city vandals caught in the act. And the mystery of the stolen $15,000.
This particular case, the client phoned me about 4 weeks ago, and she told me that her husband was coming to Auckland on the 1st of March. However, about a week ago, he made a fatal mistake and he brought home his briefcase. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, she was rummaging through it and she found an airline ticket. And the date on that was today's date, which is not the 1st of March. And it was also an early morning flight. But he was still insisting that he was coming to Auckland on the 1st. Last night, he told her that he had had an urgent call and he had to go up to Auckland and he was going to stay over for the cricket. But he wasn't sure whether he'd get a plane, so he was just going to have to take potluck. So today I've had Simon scouting around, and we know that he's very fond of coming down here to the Viaduct Basin. And Simon thought he saw him around the Hilton area. The strange thing about this is that when he goes away, he never actually tells his wife where he's staying. But it's probably not that strange. Quite a few husbands don't tell their wives where they're staying. And a lot of women never bother to ask or never challenge them on that. So the only thing we know, and it's going to be really difficult because we're going to be on foot, the only thing we know is that my client thinks the other woman is a lot older than her husband and is tall and dark. That's all we've got to go on. So we're going to have to walk around all the bars and restaurants down here and try and find them. So it's not going to be an easy task.
As Julia and Caro head towards the Viaduct area, they're relying on blending into the Friday night crowds.
Are you worried if he catches you or...
Oh, I'm not worried for myself, no, not at all. Because he won't know he's been followed. But what I am worried for is my client. I think she's got to be careful.
What's the problem there?
Well, he's got a bit of a temper, shall we say.
Julia's client believes that the woman she suspects her husband is playing around with is middle-aged and dark-haired, because friends have spotted him with her on previous trips away. It's not much of a lead, but it's something.
My gut feeling is that since he's been spotted around this area by other people when he's come up to Auckland, I guarantee you that she will live in one of these apartments up here.
But there's a lot of apartments down here, and a lot of people out enjoying the many bars and restaurants. Julia and Caro are hoping they can spot their quarry before he spots them and blows their cover. He could be anywhere.
My hunch is he's going to be around here somewhere. So if you just go down there, just go and have a look in these. I reckon it'll be somewhere in these few bars down here.
Okay.
Go have a look.
Okay.
I'll just wait here because I think he'll be able to recognise me.
Okay, all right.
While Julia waits out of view, Caro checks the bars alone, ostensibly looking for a friend she's arranged to meet. But her quarry is proving elusive.
How long do you expect Caro to stay down there, Julia?
I think she's got to stay down there. Perhaps if she could go in and have a drink and something to eat, just so she can spend a bit of time observing, maybe about 15, 20 minutes. That's all she needs, I think.
Then Caro spots a man who fits the description in a restaurant and gets a table there with a discreet view. He's with a dark-haired woman, relaxing over a glass of wine like so many couples tonight. And yes, on a closer look, it's definitely the husband from out of town, and his wife's suspicions are spot on. Caro finishes her drink and heads back to report.
Yeah? They're there? And what are they?
It is definitely him and
Yeah.
is definitely her.
Yeah.
She does look a lot older than him.
Is she like, how, what do you reckon?
I would say should be late 40s.
Yeah.
She has got dark hair. She's wearing a very nice black dress. They're sitting
Is it short?
It's short.
Okay, yeah.
They're very comfortable with one another.
But is it like intimate?
She's leaning into him. They've had a kiss.
Yeah.
And they're sort of like touchy-feely and very, comfortable with one another. Very close.
So do you think it is actually the woman that our clients described?
Oh, most definitely, most definitely.
And do you think that, just from watching them, would you say that they've already done the wild thing?
Just from what I saw them kissing and touching, they definitely have done it.
So it looks like this could be the beginning of a weekend-long liaison. And apparently not the first for this clandestine couple.
Well, Caro's actually ID'd them, and they're out there seemingly very cosy. It's obviously an intimate relationship. There's a lot of hand touching, there's a lot of leg flashing. So it's just as my client suspected, that there's an affair going on here. She doesn't want me to call her tonight because she's out with her sister and their children. I've just got to wait for her to call me and I'll relay the news to her. But really, there's nothing more for us to do. That's it for us.
The PIs leave the cheating husband to it, blissfully unaware that the naughty weekend he's planned is a lot less private than he thought. But unexpectedly, Julia's client calls the next day.
Julie speaking. Hello, how are you?
Her husband has returned home early and he's unhappy.
They both seem to be equally interested in each other, and that's strange that you should say he's reacting like that. Maybe he feels guilty, perhaps. Alrighty, okay, bye. After finishing the job on Friday evening, I wasn't intending to hear from my client until Monday morning. However, her husband's come home early. It's only Saturday afternoon and I've already had a call from her. Now, something's gone wrong because she said he's come home like a bear with a sore head. And normally when he's had his little days away, he's usually a very happy chap and pretty laid back and mellow when he comes home. So my thinking is maybe the woman in question has dumped him, or he's having a case of the guilt, but something has definitely gone on here. When I told the client what we'd seen, I noticed that she was more controlled, and she has been fairly controlled all the way through this whole job. Having said that, I don't think she's actually ready to leave him. She may do, and I think perhaps as the longer time goes on, and he'll do this again, I can guarantee he'll do it again. I'm sure after another time she'll leave, but at the moment she's, I think, going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Coming up, the war against inner city crime.
People will go steal, people will go vandalise, people will go tag.
It's the scourge of our cities. Vandalism and graffiti damaging property and costing a small fortune to repair. Owners of an inner city car park are adding to their regular security by employing Auckland investigations to mount a surveillance operation to catch the persistent vandals and taggers who have cost them $25,000 to date.
We've contacted the company and arranged for all that area to be painted and clean just before we start, so it'll be a lovely canvas for them to tag on.
Friday night, local pubs, restaurants and cinemas are full, while Peter and Don begin their first patrol of the car park. An hour later, Peter spots suspicious activity.
Yeah, Don, we've got some possible action down here in the basement. Stand by.
Yeah, at the moment we've got two guys urinating in the
you want me to come down?
Start making your way, please.
Okay.
All right, guys. Having a good night?
Yeah.
People around the building are trying to clean it up. Getting lots of people coming down here taking drugs, people tagging, people urinating against the walls.
Do we look like tigers?
You look like urinators as far as I'm concerned. Yeah? It's not nice, is it?
No, it's not.
So, you guys going to do it elsewhere?
No, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry about that, man.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. You too, bro. Bye.
See you later. Ah, this is riveting, this is. It's always nice to be able to stand on top of a building watching other people have a really nice Friday night. Yeah, we've got about another 2 hours left, so hopefully things might pick up. I'm not overly optimistic.
The night wears on, and most of the Friday crowds head home, but some linger. Don spots 3 possible suspects hanging around.
Well, there's not much we can do. We're not 24 hours, so we'll just have to play it by ear. If they're still here, we might call the cops up.
Okay. So you don't want to stay 24 hours?
I would do if they paid me, but they're not, so I won't.
PIs are paid for their time. On this job, that's until 1 a.m. And as soon as the coast's clear, the vandals strike, smashing glass and tagging the walls.
Oh, this happened last night, probably after we left and everything, because this was okay. This piece was missing down here, but the whole thing's missing. That's all missing now. So they've probably come in and a bit of new tagging and everything that wasn't there on the wall when we left last night.
The taggers are crude but very tenacious. Getting rid of them won't be easy, as 2 local regulars explain.
It is sort of the recognise as the main word. I mean, people just want to be recognised. They do anything at all to be known. You know, I mean, people will go steal, people will go vandalise, people will go tag, anything just to be known, you know, as whatever.
Yeah, as what they are, ride or die.
It's time to change tactics. Peter and Don install a hidden camera to catch the Saturday night action.
We've just retrieved the video and changed and put a new tape in for the covert camera that's in the ceiling, which is covering this area. So hopefully we're going to have the identities of the person that's tagged these walls during the day. If we get decent pictures, then tomorrow we'll be out looking for that person.
And the camera works perfectly. Most of the tagging is done by the teenager in the yellow bandana. The next day they stake out the area, and sure enough, the PIs spot some familiar headgear. It's 3 of the teens from the surveillance tape. Peter calls the police and directs them to a local park.
Yeah, the story is, we've got video footage of you tagging up here yesterday, okay? We can't deny it.
You, him, little guy with a blue shirt on, with a white writing on the front. Yeah, 2 others. Yeah.
We can't really deny it's on video.
We got you on video about half a dozen times, going up and down to the lift area, the lobby area, yeah? You wearing the same bandana.
Faced with the evidence, the culprits have no alibi or defence. They own up to the crime. But as juveniles, it's their parents who'll be liable for the damage. Peter gives the tagger the paperwork.
This is a trespass notice, yeah? Issued from the people that own the building. You want to have a read of the fines, should you be found in any of those areas. If we see you there, we'll call the police and I think you'll be arrested for it. Cheers.
Is it worth it?
No.
It's not. And why do you do it?
Just love to do it. It's like a hard question to say, but we just do it.
But in spite of his admission, the tagger is still lying.
He initially gave the police and ourselves a false name, false address, but the officer in charge just rang me up and gave us his correct details. The officers amended the trespass notice to put the correct details on the guy's trespass notice.
The clean-up operation is working. And with one of their targets now off the car park walls, it's back on the beat for the PIs. After the break, $15,000 is missing, 14 suspects, and none of them speak English.
It's quite a difficult one with the language barrier, this one.
Private investigators can seldom predict what case will walk through the door next and what skills they'll need to solve it. Auckland investigations have been hired by an Asian woman to catch a thief. New to the country, she's had all of her savings stolen. She's been living in an inner city flat and is sure it's her landlord who's robbed her. Not satisfied with the police response, she wants the PIs to get her money back.
Yeah, well, just one of the suspects is there. He's quite a good suspect, actually. He's one of two people that knew that she had $15,000 in her purse. It might sound a bit silly that she had that money on her, but a lot of Asian people do keep cash, and it's a relatively well-known thing. But she was unable to take this money to a safety deposit box, which she was intending to do.
Dan and Danny arrive at the flat, which turns out to be a former takeaway bar now occupied by 12 people. The client leads the way to her room, where she says the thief struck while she slept.
How did he sneak in here and get that then, do you think?
This door open, not closed.
Not locked.
Good morning.
So, having got her story, Dan and Danny attempt to interview the Chinese landlord. But it's not easy.
Jenny.
Jenny, come here and ask you the call and ask you a question.
Say it. In Chinese.
Stay
outside.
Sorry.
You say.
Yeah.
你说有人给你那个是交的是房租是吧？你说有人给你交的房租，谁给你交的房租？
你这个事情没完之后，我要起诉你，咱先说好，这可以，咱俩就是打他一场官司。对。Okay. 因为第一天你到这个地方来了之后，你都对我大声的笑沉迷。
What did he say? He said, can't ask me how to pay rent. Who pay rent?
He said you can't ask me.
Yeah.
It's quite a difficult one with the language barrier, this one.
Getting nowhere with the landlord, the PIs talk again to their client, who is not helping things by changing her story. Now, she remembers seeing the landlord in her room.
But you didn't tell me yesterday. You didn't tell me yesterday that you saw him in the room.
Yes, but last night I sleep. I think about.
But if you would have seen him, you would have told me yesterday, because you were very angry with him yesterday, right?
Yeah, you can just were honest, okay? You take yes, but now.
Okay, just calm down. I got the interpreters coming.
Sorry.
And
sorry.
it'll be better.
Very sorry.
Yeah, just so calm down.
Once the interpreters arrived, Dan can finally get the landlord's story.
He knocked on the door a few times because he need to discuss some business. She has mentioned, she has proposed, maybe they could get into some business together.
What sort of business?
Massage.
She had proposed that?
I have not asked what kind of massage, but she proposed that. According to not us, they had talked about. There has been some talk between two of them.
Oh, between you and her, yeah.
So it seems their client had been discussing going into business with her landlord.
The money that she had in the purse, the money that was stolen, where was that money obtained from? Does he know that?
你知不知道那 Jenny 那笔钱是哪里来的？在他那个
不知道，他谁也没有告诉我有多少钱，是什么钱，是有多少钱。
You don't know. Nobody told him. Nobody told him where the money and how there's money and what money and how much money.
我记得就是，反正我印象当中，他就没有告诉任何人在这住。
According to his memory, she did not tell nobody.
The landlord claims he didn't know she had the cash, and he's willing to let the PIs look at his bank statements and search his room to establish his innocence.
Well, there's a few issues that are raised here, right? One, I don't think the Chinese lady's being entirely truthful with us.
At the massage parlour there?
Yeah, she's going to run a massage parlour out of here. I mean, who knows? This guy, though, you know, all the reasons she had for a suspect were quite valid initially, but when you actually get down to it, he can prove all of the issues that she says, he can disprove completely. So he's no longer the prime suspect. He is just one of 11 suspects here.
Plus visitors.
Plus visitors, yeah. She now says that she saw him in the room. She saw him in the room when she was sleeping.
Right. But thinks it might be a dream or something.
Yeah, so I've got a problem with that.
Well,
so
let's wrap it up, eh?
I've got to tell you, I've got a problem. And yeah, worse still is that I don't think we're going to get paid for it.
Money off us.
Yeah, right. It's even getting worse now.
So the more time we spend with him,
yeah.
With concerns about being paid for their time, the PIs want a quick resolution. They explain to the woman that there are simply too many possible suspects and her chances of recovering her money are very slim.
it's the money, not everything.
I don't know. I know the I saw him, but I cannot prove him.
No, but it may not have been him. That's the other thing. You must don't focus just on the one person. Otherwise, we will all be looking for him, and he may not have done it.
Because their client keeps changing her story, the PIs have too little to go on and cannot help her any further.
We haven't heard a word from the client again, as from that day. Very strange, bizarre sort of case. We managed to clear that suspect that was initially in the frame for the theft. He was totally innocent. Having said that, there were 14 other people in that place that could have possibly taken the money. And the fact that the client hasn't showed up to further any instructions is a bit of a worry to us. So we'll just see how that goes, and yeah, hopefully she'll come in and pay our fee.